Today on the channel, it's time for another unboxing, and this time we're actually opening up this model kit. I mentioned in a previous video how I got some cheap model kits from my local op shop for only a handful of dollars. Well, this one, the Airfix Lockheed P38H Lightning, is from 1988, and it's still in its plastic. I was all of 8 years old when this came out. I'm 44 now in 2024, so let's open this up and have a look at how things stood if you bought one of these for its original price back in the year 1988. Hello again there YouTube, it's Al here from One Man Many Plans, and of course of the blog of the same name at onemanmanyplans.com.au. And over at the blog at the moment, speaking of models, especially Airfix models that I picked up on the cheap, I finished my Mustang. This is the very first plain model kit that I have finished in forever. There was a piece missing. It was an open box when I bought it for $3. The pilot was not there. I have since 3D printed a pilot that actually fits, and it's gone okay. It's not the greatest of details, but I managed to finish my very first model plane in a very long time, and it's kind of inspiring. It's been something that I've wanted to do for quite some time. So if you want to read up on the story of the Mustang and the other models on the pile, including the one that we're about to unbox here, onemanmanyplans.com.au. That's the website. So yeah, if you've got a loose end, you want to see how modern technology, 3D printing, came and fixed this model also from 1988, onemanmanyplans.com.au. But no, today it is all about the Lockheed. Now this is, as I mentioned, the 88 release. It is, according to the box, special edition, Series 2. I don't know much about Airfix models, I will admit, but this is the World War II Aircraft of the Aces edition of it. And apparently Major Thomas B. McGuire, I think that's right, was the ace that was flying that one. There he is. I had a quick look around on YouTube to see if anyone had opened one of these boxes. And apparently there's been plenty of Airfix Lockheed models across the time. I just couldn't find any about this special edition. Not to say that there isn't any videos out there, they just don't seem to be popping up on search, or I'm not searching for them properly. If this is your first one, welcome to it. Like I said, I was all of 8 years old at the time. I was just getting into modeling courtesy of my dad. I wasn't any good at it. I'm still slowly learning at 44. I used to get $5 in pocket money per week for walking the dog and emptying the dishwasher. And according to this, I'm not sure where the store was originally, but they were selling them for $8. $8, which means I'd have to save up for a couple of weeks to get one of these kits. Not to mention the brushes and the plastic cement and the paints, more than likely enamel paints back then. And then I'd have to steal Dad's turpentine to clean my brushes, which I never did, all of those kinds of things. But $8 back in 1988, and incredibly $3 at an op shop just a week ago here in town. And that's also where I picked up the Mustang as well. The Mustang kit was right next to it. It was opened, and I thought, oh, look, I'll take a chance. Turned out only the pilot was missing, which was awesome. And it was a great throwback to painting again, working with decals, which honestly I'm not a big fan of, because most of them went horribly wrong, and in a couple of cases, and I don't think I'm the only one here, ended up in the wrong places, and they're very hard to remove, and some got scrunched up. But hey, I finished the plane. I'm very happy. So we're moving on to the Lockheed now. I don't have much history on this. I have no idea who donated it to the op shop. Obviously, it was just from someone's collection where they've just gone, well, I'm never going to get round to doing this, so I might as well give it to a good cause. I picked it up. That's $6 to charity. Fantastic. I mentioned in my other video the Superbird, the car that I'm going to get to after I get to this one, because I actually had a lot of fun putting the Mustang together. So here we go. It is the Humbrol product made by Airfix, special edition. Humbrol Limited, Mayfleet, Hull, England, 1989. Oh, sorry. There you go. It's 1989, this particular build. 172 size. Let's get into it and see what we're working with here. Now, as you're probably aware, it's not the biggest kit in the world, so it's not going to have 2 million parts. The Mustang had a couple of sprues. The decal sheet, as I've put up on the blog, onemanmanyplans.com.au, actually had some, it looked like rust on it, which is strange for something non-metallic, but it certainly had some marks. The decal seemed to work fine, so they may have got a little atmospheric condition or something, I don't know. But they still went into the water. They still mostly went on the plane, so I'm very happy with that. All right, here we go. From 1989, this limited edition. Let's pop in and have a look at what we're working here. And the first thing that I notice is that there is absolutely no plastic wrap on any of these parts. Usually, you get your separate baggies, especially in car kits, you've got your wheels in one bag and your rubber and then all your shiny chrome bits. In here, it is just sprue after sprue after sprue, all piled up and ready to go. So there we see the major parts of the Lockheed. Wings, separate sprue. I still love the fact that even though they are such a small scale, they've got plenty of detail in here, and as long as you don't apply the paint too thickly, you're going to see all of the lines of the build as they go. A couple of thin coats, definitely thin your paints. I've been using acrylics on the Mustang, and that actually worked really, really well. Just Valero paint, thin down. I didn't have an olive drab color for it. I just mixed my own, but you can still see the lines, the outlines of everything as it should be. So there's our base for the Lockheed. What else we got? That's part of the body. Excellent. Ready to rock and roll. Fantastic. Then we get into the little bits and pieces, and I'm so happy to see this one does come with a pilot. Although I have found a pretty good replacement on Colt 3D that I can just print as many pilots as I like. So Steve, the pilot that I printed for the Mustang, was a lifesaver, and I could actually finish it. And I love the fact that people have just gone, oh, I'm missing parts from a kit. I want to make it 100%. I'm just going to create something to fill in the need, and then I'm going to post it up online through a site like Colt 3D and make it available to everyone. So thank you. If you're one of those people, you're very, very helpful for the modeling community. It seems like look, about the same level of little bits, probably a bit more than the Mustang build, but plenty of sprues to work with. There we go. There's the other part, or the other half of it. It's going to be interesting because you've got, the middle section, and then of course you've got, I wouldn't even know, I'm not an aviation expert, the two sections in the outside to build as well. So I'm looking forward to this as something a little bit different. Another sprue here with various bits and pieces. Looks like fuel tanks and other bits I can't identify. Again, not an aviation expert by any stretch of the imagination. My old man was. He would have looked at that and gone, oh, Al, that's this and that's that. Unfortunately, he's not around. Otherwise, I would be chatting to him about this kit and going, tell me more. And he'd probably tell me the entire history and pull out his VHS collection of everything on board. We've got one single bit now. I don't know if that's fallen off a sprue or not. That looks like, I'm assuming, that'd be the front of the center canopy. Okay, so it may have come off. Another sprue, final sprue. It's got the wheels. It's got a couple of other bits and pieces. Looks like the cockpit in there as well. Fantastic. Definitely not going to lose any of those. Just one piece on the clear side, clear canopy cover. Then we get to the decals. And again, and this just might be the age thing. See if you can see that. In the corner, starting to get some age marks. Now, this hasn't come out of the box to my understanding, unless they rewrapped it at some stage. Someone opened it up and went, oh, let's have a look at that, and then put everything else in there. But actually, I'm starting to think they may have, because the other thing that I'm not noticing with this sheet is what came with the Mustang. Even though the box was opened, it had that tissue paper thing on the outside, and I don't see any here. So perhaps someone's done a dodgy and actually rewrapped it or re-shrunk wrap it at some stage and put the $8 price tag on it. If you bought this back in 1989, please let me know what you paid for it. Was it worth $8 or was it a couple of bucks? Has this been sort of re-wrapped along the time? Like I said, previous experience with the Mustang means that these decals will work just fine, and I won't get the the interesting coloring on it because they're not actually on the decals. It's just on the surrounds, which is fine. I'm happy to note that I don't know if it was the air ace involved here, Major Thomas B. Maguire. Pudgy is one of the decals. You can have Pudgy on this plane. So either the plane is Pudgy or the pilot is, but one way or another, Pudgy is going on this plane because why not? And then finally, in the Lockheed Airfix kit, we've got the Lockheed P38H Lightning instructions and paint guides. There's really not much to it. Couple of pages, if that. It's not a Lego kit. That's fine. Everything you need there. The usual stuff on the back with all of your decals and where you're going to put things and bits and pieces, and the official paint guide. And again, I reckon I'm going to run into that situation where I don't actually have the proper paint colors, but I will try to mix it and match it as perfectly as possible. I mean, look, we're talking about planes from World Wars where I reckon a lot of them towards the end of production were probably painted on with paint rollers anyway. It may look as rough as the Mustang, but I'm willing to give it a go. So there you go. Humbrol paint numbers 33, 66, 81, 176. Bingo. That's what I need. But I'm so used to acrylics now from 3D painting and modeling that I find it really, really hard to go back to enamel tins. As much as I love the smell of them and mixing them and the wide colors and that kind of stuff. Yeah, for me, cleanup especially, and spillage can be a big thing. Acrylic paint's definitely the way. So there you go. If you have one of these kits, if you've opened one of these kits previously, can you tell me if this one has been opened or not? Because now I'm starting to wonder. The decal sheet is missing a bit. It's aged a bit. It suggests maybe it has been opened and maybe it's been re-shrunk wrapped. I don't know. But let me know. How did your build go? Did you enjoy this? I am going to try and resurrect my airbrush for this. It's a bit gummed up at the moment, but I feel, you know, with this particular model, I'd like to get it back up and running because I painted the Mustang by hand, which was fun, and it worked just fine, but having that airbrush to just go and get it all done in one big hit, that will be the challenge. But there we go. From 1989, it is the Lockheed P38H Lightning. Ready to go. Next cab off the building rank. Keep an eye on onemanmanyplans.com.au as the build slowly progresses. It's not something that I want to rush, and I actually enjoy just putting together slowly. But otherwise, thanks for checking out my unboxing, and undoubtedly soon I'll be doing one on the Superbird. If you missed my last video here on YouTube, I also found this at a different op shop for $8, a 70 Plymouth Superbird, which is awesome. I definitely do not want to paint the body by hand on this one. So yes, that's hence the need of resurrecting my compressor and my airbrush. This is one of those models that I want to give it a really, really nice orange paint job done as best as I can to my own abilities. And that is not going to be painting it with a paintbrush, but we'll see how we go. Anyway, thanks for checking out my latest video. Leave a comment if you love this kit, if you want to see more unboxing videos, those kinds of things. I didn't realize how big they were until I saw them on the net. So here's mine. Otherwise, have a great day. Good luck with your own builds, and we'll chat again soon.